I've never seen a blue peep.
It was something blue and shaped, and then I put a little whatchamacallit, a toothpick in one, and then one in the other, and then I just had them joust in the microwave.
Okay. And then there's the weird flavors too. I got root beer float, fruit punch, birthday cake.
Hmm.
I don't eat cheeps because I don't like them, so I can't really contribute to this argument. So,
I mostly just like watching them joust, and then I'll
Don't go
just
with
throw them into some hot chocolate.
peeps. No cheap. Cheeps
Oy.
is like the
But anyway, welcome to another episode of Yugi Bates or Yu-Gi-Oh! Debates or whatever I decide to name this thing in post. We are on episode 3 now, and this time it's going to be Jason and Jackie duking it out and debating and whatnot. And they're going to be debating over should erratas be a thing? Now, as the person behind Errata Garasu, I have a slight bias towards this. So, but anyway, oh shit, we never decided who was gonna get what side of the argument. So, hold on. I've got two different colored dice to represent the two of you, and whichever one of you gets the higher number gets to decide. Jason, your pick. Should they be a thing or not?
I am going to debate that erratas should, yes, indeed, be a thing.
Okay, so I'm also gonna roll again to see who gets to decide who's going first. Jackie, you decide who's going first.
I think I'll go ahead and try to set up a turn one board because, as we all know, making Jason go second is never a bad decision.
Oh yeah, yeah. Allow the guy who plays trains and Chaos Max Turbo to go second.
Math mech.
Never ended poorly
Oh, and
for
Math
anyone
Mech, and
ever.
Math Mech, yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
And dinosaurs.
Uh, and yeah, yeah. The guy who's or this that's this side. Anyway, the guy who's known for going second, you should totally let him go second. Anyway,
Yeah, that seems like that seems like the right strategy here.
all right.
We
So,
haven't made two dinosaurs going first.
I gotta get my timer set up for you two. Ba 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 ba.
I think
Clock.
Aroma and Blue. Aroma
Time.
and Zombies
All
and
right.
Blue Eyes back when you could still play Dark Matter Dragon.
Alrighty. So, uh, Jackie, you said you were going first.
Yep, I'll take first go.
Alrighty.
And what side am I arguing again?
Uh, Jason, what side is he arguing again?
You
Oh,
are going to
that
be
that
saying that
erratas should
card
not be a thing.
be erratas are
Gotcha.
bad.
Errata bad. I can work with that.
All right, cool. Going first and don't even know what side you're arguing. That's great. All right.
It's a solid strategy. No, you can't argue with me if even I can't argue with me.
All right. So,
Joey Wheeler strats, baby.
3, 2, 1, go. Opening statement.
So erratas, obviously, what they do is they change cards, and I don't think that you should probably be doing that. You can always print a card with a new effect that is a weaker version of a pre-existing card, but erratas never go the other way. You're never going to have Sangan return to its former glory. You're never going to have Crush Card be good again. You might print a card that is like the idea of that, but in which, if you're going to do that, why not just do another reprint of something that is just a worse version of that card? You can potentially get new card art and new card lore. Lord knows I would have loved to see a new Sangan. And instead of creating new cards and new product, you're just like you're just taking, oh yeah, these old cards. Well, we did these wrong, but instead of leaving them as history and legacy, we're just going to change these because that just seems like the easier way to go about it, I suppose. I don't like that. I like the idea that the old cards remain the old way,
And time
particularly
is
if
up. Sorry, I wasn't able to give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry. My phone went to black. Sorry.
about to drop a juggernaut.
I will let you finish your thought.
Shit. Okay. Essentially, also in older formats, people might want to use cards with older text on it, and those ones just aren't around. And those ones are just going to become much harder to come by now.
Okay, Jason.
All right.
All right.
So, let me
your rebuttal / opening statement in 3, 2, 1, go.
So the reason I think erratas are a good thing primarily falls down to what makes Yu-Gi-Oh different from other card games. Look at Yu-Gi-Oh, or look at Magic the Gathering. Look at Pokemon. What do those games have? Set rotation. What do people hate about set rotations is that the cards that I have had for years I can't play. Erratas let you play with your original cards. Sure, my Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy at the end, first edition Invasion of Chaos Secret Rare, I can play with that. It's not going to be banned forever. I mean, if you're just going to take a card that's broken, ban it forever, and never try to fix it, then that's it. You might as well just not have those cards anymore unless you're playing Goat. I hate playing Goat. So it's just, it allows cards to take a step into the new format. And if you want to play it the old way, if you do like Goat, the cards with the original text are
5,
still there. I can play
4, 3,
my
2,
cards and just
1.
have the new effect.
Time's up. All right. So, the middle statement is going to be a minute 30 rather than the minute. Jackie, your main statement / rebuttal in 3, 2, 1, go. Jackie? Ah, crap, he's frozen. All right. Hold on. We gotta sort this out really quick. Sorry. Hold on.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, you back?
As far as I can tell.
Okay. You haven't started your argument yet, have you?
Nope. I was in the middle of Jason, so I don't know what he argued, but I'm definitely ready to counterpoint.
Okay, cool. All right, your counterpoint / your main argument in 3, 2, 1, go.
There are cards that exist now that have been reprinted that on their text do not work if you wanted to, the way they would if you wanted to play an older format. Say you're somebody who wanted to play Goat, or you wanted to try to build one of those crazy, stupid boards from back in the day. Those cards aren't around anymore. And that's the thing that I find potentially more obnoxious, is that if you want to play like it's old school, and you pick up a card, you'll say, "Oh, cool, I can play with that." But if you wanted to then say go to GOAT format, because everybody loves greatest of all time format, you really can't do that with any of the reprinted cards. I also have the issue of why, if Raigeki was so powerful for so long, and they eroded Raigeki, is Raigeki right now still too powerful? As the ceiling of power climbs so stupid high, you end up with cards that, yeah, sure, they were broken back in the day. Like, what if they had changed the text on Mirror Force? Mirror Force is a bad card nowadays. So, should they have eroded Mirror Force back when it was banned? And that's one of the issues that I have, is that if you take a card that is too good back in the day, should they all no longer exist? Should they all have been eroded? Or should you just say, I will leave them on the ban list,
sorry.
and then... Oh.
Sorry, time's up. Phone cut to black again, so I wasn't able to keep track for you. I'm sorry. You can finish your thought.
Does anyone know what my thought was? Because I was bullshitting.
Okay, cool. All right, Jason, your counterpoint / rebuttal.
All right.
Yeah, you were going second.
First counterpoint, they did change.
Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't said start yet. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So they did change Mirror Force's text. They used to negate the attack as well, not just destroy all face-up monsters. But in terms of talking about how the cards with the original text aren't around anymore, that's just not true at all because there's lots of cards out there. Like going back to my Chaos Emperor Dragon, it's only had one printing with its errata. Sangan, who was reprinted how many times? I think you can only get it in common with its errata text. All previous prints are still the original text. And then some cards, they are too simple to be errata. Pot of Greed. In order to errata that card, you have to make it from draw 2 cards to a whole paragraph of text. And of course, any change that they try to make, like make it draw 1 card, that's just upstone card, make it draw, or a Jar of Greed. Sure, there's some cards that are just immutable. You can't errata them; they're going to be on the ban list forever. But most cards, with just a tweak, can be good again. Sure, you can say, "Oh, that's not the same card anymore." And it says, "Okay, but that's fine." Because the game is ever evolving. And again, if we never did that, the ban list would just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Some cards, like Regeki, the reason it was able to come back to 1 isn't so much of because the effect was broken, it's because what it has to go against is now more difficult. So many things don't get destroyed anymore. I don't care if they're destroyed.
4,
Like we do.
3, 2,
It's just,
1.
Let the game evolve.
Alright. Alright, so gonna reduce this back down to a minute. Jackie!
Oh, hey, things are still going. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were frozen for a minute, so I'm like, wait,
I
is
mean,
he okay?
everything froze up for me. I have no idea what Jason just said once again. So,
You had like
I am ready to
Okay.
counter your arguments perfectly. It was
Alright.
weird that you kept bringing up purple pantaloons, but you know what? It's very hard to argue against that.
Alright.
Purple peeps, not pantaloons.
You know what?
Alright.
I didn't see it, so it could have been.
Anyway, alright, so, Jackie, your closing statement. 3, 2, 1, go.
Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Crush Card Virus? It's not a story that Konami will tell. Crush Card used to be a kind of scary, kind of good card. Nowadays it wouldn't be super great because your best stuff is in the extra deck, and being destroyed is a benefit for half of the decks around. But Crush Card doesn't do that anymore. Crush Card used to be a good card. Now, if you want to get the original Crush Card effect, you have to run Fang of Critias. That card isn't even real. I don't care that they printed it; it's not real. And that's sort of my biggest issue with erratas is you end up with situations like Darth Crush Card the Wise. You end up in a situation where you have a card that, really, if you actually had Crush Card nowadays, it would be quite possibly a played card, but probably in only side decks and in certain kind of decks. It wouldn't be some omnipresent force,
Alright, 5,
but that card's just gone.
4, 3, 2, 1.
420, baby.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Crush Card the Wise? I'm sorry, I just lost my shit at that. Okay, Jason, you're up. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So a lot of these older cards that ended up getting errated so they could be playable again. The reason that they had to do that was because the cards were bad. Sure, they had good effects, but they were poorly designed. They were based off of the anime. Back then there was 700 cards in the game, so it was really, there was not so much to playtest. The erratas helped let these cards become playable again. Sure, now you can say, well, Crush Card's virus effect is terrible, letting your opponent basically foolish burial 3 of their own monsters from their deck upon activation. Maybe you want to do that, but the fact, and you can play Doom Virus Dragon. Doom Virus Dragon is fantastic. But in terms of just letting people have their cards back so things don't languish on the ban list forever. There are some cards that
5,
you'll never be able to errata to make them
3,
playable again.
2,
Errata's really just helpful.
1, 0. Okay. Well, alright, so this is for the audience to decide. Should erratas be a thing? Let us know in the comments down below. Again, frame skipping. I'm sorry. I can't exactly help that. I'm doing my best to keep it from happening, but
Look, we're like mid quarantine right now. Internet's crazy. Nothing's working.
yeah.
Everybody's
So,
at home and they're watching the Tiger King on Netflix. It's burning up all the
Plus,
ones
I
that
mean, let's be honest here. We know what the date is. Everybody is at home watching Netflix, eating Cheetos right now.
totally. But
are the rest of them.
anyway, like if you liked the video, subscribe if you loved it, turn on notifications so that you know when the next one of these debates is going up. We're totally not recording all of these at once. So,
And if you didn't like it, feel free to argue with me down in the comments.
oh yeah, argue with each other down in the comments. See, if you want errata, if you think erratas should or shouldn't be a thing, let us know your thoughts down below. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.